to go. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the International Judo Federation of Croatia, from all the sponsors and supporters, welcome to the final block of Zagreb Grand Prix 2022 Croatia.
Well, a very big welcome back to day 3 here at this 2022 Zagreb Judo Grand Prix. Zagreb, the capital city of Croatia, with its beautiful cathedral and church and its quaint cafes, once again plays host to this amazing judo event. Now, on this final day here in Zagreb, Japan just lead in the medals with 2 gold medals, but Canada very, very close to them and chasing hard. And everything can change on this final day of competition because we've got 5 more categories today to be fought. And to introduce this, the final matches here on this last day of competition is my co-commentator, Sheldon Franco-Rooks.
Good afternoon, Neil, and good afternoon to everyone at home. The first of the bronze medal contests in the under 90 kilo category features Noel van ter End of the Netherlands. He goes up against Nagasawa Kenta of Japan. It'll be van ter End in the white judogi, Nagasawa in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Jose Ordonez of Honduras.
This is going to be a bit of a challenge for van ter End, isn't it? The former world champion here has never beaten Nagasawa, and so the 4th meeting between the two, so it's quite a mountain to climb. But this is a very different van ter End coming out, I think, to fight Nagasawa than the one, some years back. So it should be interesting. I mean, I know that Japanese have sent out not their best team. Some of the categories they have, of course, Abe Uta. I was just talking to the great Yoshihiro Yamashita, who is in charge of the Japanese Federation in Japan, and he said that some are being sent out because they want to have a little look at them.
Well, we've seen quite a bit of Nagasawa today. We were quite lucky.
Started off a bit slow, didn't he? And got a little bit better as he went through.
Yeah, just had that one upset, didn't he?
Van ter End can come from so many different angles. He has such a unique style of doing judo. He really has. He can go left and right, and he'll attack different techniques. And you'll think, well, that doesn't look like the traditional Gokyo, but he'll make it work. He'll make readjustments and make it work.
Just missed with that lunge at Koji Gaki, which is one of his favourites. Ponsenagi top and then the Koji Gaki below.
Yeah, he does it. He has a way of kind of drawing them in there and gives them a false sense of security. But that's what he's got to be careful of. If he stands still for too long, then certainly Nagasawa will be in for that Uchimata. He's got a beautiful Uchimata. But we know, don't we, that he doesn't like being roughed up. And he had came out of a semi-final with Gviniashvili there, and he looked a little bit worse for wear. Kind of stands right for him, doesn't he, van ter End? He needs to move and he needs to be attacking out of danger, being backed up all the time to the edge. And anybody who goes outside the area being backed up like that, if they've made their own way to the area, 95% of the time they'll get penalised. And there he is. Van ter End gets caught on the edge. If you step outside of the area, get a Judo penalty. You see it just indicated there on the board. And 3 of those and it's all over. So you can't afford them. Certainly can't afford to give them away. Well, that is interesting because normally we see van ter End come out and he'll just throw caution to the wind. He'll throw off one hand. He'll go off the one sleeve. And this time he hasn't. He's kind of standing there, half waiting for the technique. And it's not the right tactics with Nagasawa.
he looks a little bit better when he's got the right foot forward. It's when he gets his left foot forward, he looks slightly more vulnerable for Nagasawa.
Yeah, Nagasawa's just hitting him first time every single time here. And it looks to me like Van der End, the 3 losses that he's had with Nagasawa, weighing down on him a little bit. And I think just needs to throw it out there and go, well, let's have a little go here. Let's rip this up. And 2 Shidos on the board now, 1 more, and it's going to be all over. Of course, the main aim is to throw somebody onto their back to get the ippon. Hold them down 20 seconds or arm lock or strangle for a submission.
Yeah, Van der End looking a little bit tentative here. Could be right, Neil. Those losses may just be playing on his mind, and he's not as open as he normally is.
No, he's not as open as he normally is, and I've seen him with some of the best fighters in the world. Gaviniashvili, for a prime example there, has never lost to Gaviniashvili. And Gaviniashvili is somebody that rips it up. There's the Dutch coach there, JP Bell, now coaching the Dutch team.
Frank de Witt up there watching on, slightly different.
He can rip it up as
style.
well.
I was going to say, Van der End could have taken a leaf out of his book. There was that little lunge with the Kojikaki. He didn't quite get in there, but you know that had it been de Witt, you were going to get an open and attacking contest. Van der End hasn't quite been able to find his attacking form yet.
No, he hasn't, and he's just...
not happy.
Well, he's not happy at all, and certainly Nagasawa first into the attack. He's dominating the grips and dominating the body positioning as well. I mean, he's just standing perfect for him, Van der End. So goes into golden score. You can see he's not happy about that. He's just not settled at all. So last chance here for Van der End. He's got to really take the fight to him. I'd be attacking with that Sodi that he does off the one arm, and he's going to any second now. It's probably one attack, if not now, away from losing this. Yeah, so it's all over then. Van der End will get a 3rd penalty, and Nagasawa will win by default. Nagasawa just nods his head there. He knew he'd done enough.
Disappointment for Noel van der End, not really able to bring his A game to that particular contest. Nagasawa Kenta of Japan takes the first of the bronze medals.
I think you're right. It just not able to bring his A game, and that's exactly how it looked to me.
Hago Ryunosuke on the right side of your screen there said that after Paris 2020, he decided that was it.
Didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it. And then just over the last year or so, he's had a little bit of fire in his belly. He said, no, I'll have another go. So
we wondered why, didn't we? Because we hadn't seen him for a while.
That's why he'd been out for a while.
So there we see that Nagasawa just first in every single time and dominated the grips, actually. So 3 Shidos, and he wins by default.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 90 kilo category. Francis Damier of France goes up against Edouard Trippel of Germany. It'll be Damier in the white judogi, Trippel in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is John Remekes of the Netherlands.
Well, I honestly thought that Trippel was going to go the whole way, and I know that you thought that Damier was going to go the whole way, because you said at the beginning, really fancy him for doing well here, Damier, and he has done well. He's showed that he's one for the future. So's Triple. Triple, again, very unusual style of judo. Comes out, a lot of his techniques just look very unusual, and the angles in which they come, the techniques, and he makes them work. He does make them work. So this should be an interesting little battle here.
Triple lost his semi-final to Rafael Macedo of Brazil. And it was Beka Gviniashvili that put Damier down into the repechage, where he overcame Ivan Felipe Silva Morales of Cuba.
I don't know where he was going there, Triple, but quite often with the gripping strategies here, as soon as you grip up with your opponent, you kind of feel a danger. You know that something's going to happen there. Everything transpires through the hands. Hands and feet together is what makes the technique work. Look at that! Oh! Kosoto there just pulls that out of nowhere, doesn't he? Well, I said he's unusual. And just have a look how he just latches around the outside of the leg there. Kosoto, and just manages to get a score. I took him onto his side there. If it's a 90-degree angle and it's the top half from the waist up that makes contact with the mat, then it's a wazari. And if it's the back that makes impact, it's a full ippon. But two of those will make an ippon as well, two side landings.
Francis Damier is just 20, just out of the juniors, going up against the Olympic silver medalist. Yeah, Triple lost in that final to the Georgian Lasha Bakauri.
Yeah, he was over the moon, wasn't he, with that Olympic medal, and just one of the few German talents to come through. And like I say, you know, I trying to, because I'm more of a traditionalist, you know, when it comes to Japanese style judo. Triple definitely isn't one of those. I mean, but his massive hip movements and the feel for the movement is quite incredible. So a gripping infringement there. I think he must have had his thumb inside the jacket. You can't do that. So we can have a lot more varied grips, but it means, oh, that's it, it's all over. Oh, massive Kosoto there, and he took him onto his back. The whole of his back hit the ground there at the same time. Most of that back patch was hidden as he hit the ground, and it's a good indicator, that and the power of the throw, that it's an ippon.
Well, he came in here as the number 4 seed this morning, Triple, so a third place finish is probably there or thereabouts, and he seems reasonably happy. He's got a bit of a limp, so you need to tidy that up, maybe a couple of weeks off, hopefully nothing more than that. But he looks reasonably happy with his day's work.
I saw some training film of him as well. You know, he looks like he's a hard trainer. He's got some unusual techniques. Like I say, some different stuff comes to different angles. Watch how he dives underneath here. So it's a Kataguruma tight move there, but he latches onto the outside of the leg. That was the first Kosoto that he catches there. Look at the side landing. See most of the back patch there. Watch this one and look at the difference. And that was absolutely flat on the back.
And for Damier's part, well, today he's been beaten by Beka Gviniashvili and Edouard Triple.
Oh no, absolute class, you know, like you say, just out the juniors there, and he's mixing it with the best, and he'll get better and better, I know he will. Remember that we've got 2 years now. We're into a 2-year period building up to the Olympic Games, where Olympic qualification points are gathered from these events. So your world ranking goes up. So if I mention the world ranking, I'll try and get people to understand what that means. It can increase your standing going into the next event as well. So, yeah. Higher your world ranking, then more chance you've got of being seeded away from the best players.
Coming up next, the final of the under 90 kilo category. Rafael Macedo of Brazil goes up against Beka Gviniashvili of Georgia. It'll be Macedo in the white judogi, Gviniashvili in blue. There's the route that both athletes took to the final. The referee in the middle for this one is Cho In-chul of the Republic of Korea.
Mr. Cho In-chul, two-time world champion himself, now refereeing. Such is the level of the referees. Machado has had some incredible ippons en route to this final. This man here, well, talk about fight. This man will never stop coming forwards. And you've got opposing styles, not opposing styles, but different styles here, fighting each other. And you're going to get one that's going to try and go sleeve lapel. The other one's going to try and send a massive arm over the top, Gviniashvili, which is so typical of the Georgians. And he's going to try and lift up and pick up and do anything to spoil the nice judo of Mikado. Great start there from Machado. You couldn't get any more opposites, could you, with these two, with their styles?
Different styles, yeah.
Wow, pushing for a score there. There was no score. That was all groundwork there, wasn't it?
A bit over-ambitious from possibly someone in the crowd.
Yeah,
not
possibly of Georgian descent.
Yeah, it had that ring to it. It wasn't Lasho Gujigiani who's in the chair. He knows a bit better.
So he'll be looking for the counters, Gviniashvili. If Machado doesn't come in 100%, then the great skill of the Georgians is to be able to counter the movement. And, well, that was just a little bit low there, but they were a bit ambitious. But it could happen above ground. Oh, look, that wasn't far off. Makikomi there from Machado. So I've got it now that certainly Gviniashvili is going to have to start going to work, because otherwise he'll be penalised for not attacking, because Machado is definitely the one taking the initiative.
He can't afford to be half-hearted as well. He was, you know, looking a little bit sheepish when he went in for that last attack. Luckily, he came out quickly. But he's
well, that's the thing,
now.
isn't it? You kind of think, play safe, but it's not playing safe. You go halfway. If Machado comes in halfway, it would really well pay the price. That was strong. And that's how hard it's going to be. And I think, yeah, it's going to be Gviniashvili picking up a Shido penalty.
He does. I thought for a moment when
He
Mr.
turned
Cho
to the,
looked to do the coaches that
he'd forget about it.
Nope.
They've taken it off. And that's going to be a score.
Score now.
Gviniashvili then scores. Big arm over the top, big hips across, and takes him onto his side and gets a Wazari scored. 2 Wazaris like that and it's all over.
He's going to come under real pressure. But we've said before that Gviniashvili doesn't have the kind of expertise in Newaza that will trouble someone who is a specialist, and the Brazilians usually are.
pretty special. The thing they can do is like one or two different things, like wrapping up the top half, take the leg out. They've got to get that leg out for the seconds to count. A 10-second hold down will finish this off, but he can't have any entanglement with the legs.
Minute 20 left to go. Gviniashvili leads by Wazari, and he's penalty free. That could come into it if Macedo starts stepping up his attacks.
Yeah, Macedo needs to get on his bike a little bit now. Rev this up. Oh, it's going to be all over. All over. Wazeti upon, and this time on the left. So changes sides there, arm over the back, and takes him over onto his back. And Macedo knew it as well, but that was great stuff from Gviniashvili.
That's just going to widen the gap between himself and his teammate, Lasha Bikauri. Increase the gap to about 1,000 points, so it's Bikauri's turn to come back next time and take a big medal. Lasha Bikauri will trail by 1,000 points on the IJF World Ranking list. Gviniashvili's up at 5, Bikauri's at 6.
Just explain that. I mean, this is two Georgians in there. Just to explain to everybody at home that for the World Championships, you're allowed 9 competitors from 7 weight categories, men and women. That means you can double up in 2 of your weight categories. So if you've got 2 strong weight categories, 2 good people in, you can double up, send them out both to the Worlds. But well, for the Olympics, you can't.
I've got some bad news for Gviniashvili and Bikauri. If Gviniashvili's at 5, Bikauri's at 6, guess who's at 7? Luka Maisaradze.
They've got so many, haven't they?
5, 6 and 7.
Well, you said yesterday with the Italians, look at that. That was a massive hip movement there on the other side this time, and decides, well, I threw him on the right, let's change it to the other side. A little bit like going down the left flank instead of the right flank there. Brilliant stuff.
No one else, by the way, gets a look-in until Ushangi Margiani, who's down at 89. We could reasonably say that he's pretty much out of it. Nika Karazashvili as well is around there in the 80s, but 5, 6 and 7. Right at the moment, however, the man in the driving seat is Beka Gviniashvili. Gold medal winner here in Zagreb. Coming up next, it is the under 78 kilo category, and the first of the bronze medals features Karen Stevenson of the Netherlands. She goes up against Mayra Aguiar of Brazil. It'll be Stevenson in the white judogi, Aguiar in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Bjorn Nyberg.
Well, I think Karen Stevenson will want to just make something a little bit right. Certainly lost out to
Natasha Ausma earlier on.
She did. She lost out to Ausma, her fellow teammate, who's also fighting for 3rd, because she lost a little bit later on as well. If they get to the quarterfinals, they get kind of a double chance to come back. Semi-finals, they drop down if they lose for a bronze medal match. But here, Stevenson lost to a teammate, and it was a
spectacular fashion.
Pretty big throw, wasn't it? So she'll be wanting to put that right. She's against the former double world champion, Aguiar of Brazil. Aguiar in blue.
I'm glad you said that, Neil, double world champion, because I described her earlier on as the Olympic champion. I managed to correct myself, and then I saw her in the warm-up area. Oh,
it's going to be a Wazari straight away. Uchimata then for Aguiar.
And I saw her in the warm-up area and jokingly mentioned it to her. And she said, that's okay, you just predicted the future.
Very good. Oh, that's nice. So it was a rolling Uchimata where the leg goes right the way up the middle there, and Just rolled her onto her back. She's a Wazari up straight away, Aguiar. Got to stay within the yellow area. If they step outside, they can be penalised. Oh, now then, was the elbow up? Well, of course, the Brazilians were calling for the Wazari, but they didn't see it from our angle. The elbow was up. Wasn't even open for negotiation, that one. So the whole side has got to be in contact with the mat. It's got to be from the waist up. Well, it was Stevenson that negotiated that technique there. Yoko Toshio off to the side and didn't quite work, but Aguiar a bit late on the counter-attack.
Yeah, by the time that she began the push, there was nowhere for her to go, really.
Oh, she's turned it. Look at that. What a surprise that is. That's against the run of play. She gets a Wazari back, and she just needs to hold for 10 seconds. Yeah. And that was about 8 seconds. She nearly lost it. Wow. That really went against the run of play. Aguiar starts to commit here, but yeah, she just redirected it. She's taken it off, so it's for the roll.
I thought that was good. I like that for a score. They're saying that there was insufficient control from Stevenson to give her the score. But I liked it. And the Osai Komi that followed, and she couldn't keep it on, well, she's going to really pay for that now.
A little bit of a shock there. She almost lost it all within a few seconds there, Aguiar.
And then if she had held her for 2 more seconds and they'd said,
they might have given it,
Wazari Ippon, then there would have been no taking it back.
Well, no, but then they would have cancelled the Wazari and then she would have lost the Ippon. That's what would have happened. Oh, she's gone out. Shido then for Aguiar. Just walks out of the area. So you can't do that. You have to stay within it. And if you are 2 feet out, and you will get penalised. And she's backing her up. Well, I know if I was coach there, I mean, Aguiar
wants the edge.
Yeah, exactly. She wants to hold on to that Wazari, but still a minute to go here.
But she's used up enough of the clock now. Stevenson wasn't able to press home her attacks during this little period, maybe 25, 30 seconds have already gone, and now she's lost it.
Change of direction there from Aguiar, and she just drops down for the Ippon Seoinage.
Winner of the bronze medal for women under 78 kilograms.
So, well, did she get the full Ippon for that? Or was it Wazari or was it Ippon? It doesn't make any difference. Brazilians will be happy about that. I'm not so sure Aguiar's too chuffed about that. She probably expected more coming here, so that's what normally happens. Come for the gold medal, and well, I guess that what is it you say?
Well, it was
a
a
save
for her, because as the number 2 seed, she could reasonably have expected to be in the final, but she comes away with a medal.
There's the first Uchimata to score the Wazari. See it from a different angle. Oh, no, there's the Seoinage, the second one.
Yeah.
So Wazari Ippon. Notice how she goes. Well, actually, most of that back patch did get eaten up there.
And I think he did signal Ippon, Bjorn Nyberg, the referee. She had a couple of close calls, though, Neil, almost with that counter, and then with the Osaikomi that she escaped from, so it wasn't all her own.
No, I think
way.
that's what she's going to be most narked with, really. She won't be that happy with that.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 78 kilo category. Beata Pakut-Kolotsko of Poland goes up against Natasha Ausma of the Netherlands. It'll be Pakut-Kolotsko in the white judogi, Ausma in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Ganbol Nyamtsogt of Mongolia.
Welcome judoka in white judogi representing Poland, 2021 European champion. This year, Tel Aviv Grand Slam winner, Beata Pakut-Kolotsko. In blue judogi representing Netherlands, Grand Slam and Grand Prix medalist, Natasha Ausma.
Well, can they get a medalist on the rostrum then? They have two Dutch coming into this, and both were fighting for medals. Straight into the attack, Ausma.
Strong left arm from Pakut-Kolotsko, who just trying to keep Ausma away from her.
Yeah, current European champion, Pakut-Kolotsko. Well, if they don't grip up and try and throw, they will both receive a penalty. They can't be far off it now, and it'll be to rev them up a little bit to attack. They can't just tap away at the feet there. Surprised they haven't got it now.
Pakut-Kolotsko can just edge ahead here by being first, but now they're going to get the penalty for avoiding to take a grip.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get it a little tiny bit earlier, but yeah, they both get it now, and I mean it's basically an injection there to say let's get cracking. Well, there are 3 different ways to win on the ground, and you can normally tell the specialists. I was just talking about it just before we came on air, actually, just about specialists with newaza, with groundwork, and they'll go on, they'll dig in, and they'll persist. And we do have them. We have specialists, but then we get people that just want to do the standing work as well.
Ausma picks up a second penalty. That'll make things difficult now for the Dutch fighter.
Yeah, piles the pressure on, doesn't it? It means that one more mistake and it's all over. So what can we do here now? Got to go forwards, got to take a few chances, I think.
And Masud Kolosko knows that. Be ready for it.
Starting to defend a little bit, I have to say, Pascal Kolosko.
Yeah.
Just about get away with that. It was not the strongest technique there, but tried to see an Aggie. A little warning to the coach there, just shouting advice while they're fighting. They can only do it in the mate.
Haven't seen that big Osodagari from Ausma with which she levelled her teammate. Hasn't attempted it once here. You know, you get in the right position and you can launch. That hasn't come about, and she hasn't been able to bring it about.
Well, so that's interesting. Kolosko got a Shido there for pushing out. So kind of started from the middle there and just steered her opponent out, trying to get her a penalty, and it backfired on her. So the first time we've gone into golden score, the first 4 minutes are eaten up. Other than the penalties there, those penalties will be carried over to the golden score, and the score will go upwards now. And we have seen some really long golden scores. If they attack at the right time or they defend, they don't step outside the area, don't do anything silly, just with attacks, for example, they've got to be full-blooded.
On the arm.
She's got the arm. She has the arm, and that's going to be on, isn't it? She has the arm here, and Paco Kolosko has got to submit. That was a mistake, wasn't it? She made a mistake there, kept her arm up in the air, probably against the run of play, that.
Yes, if anything, the advantage was with Pasut Kolosko, who'd gone into the gone into the golden score period with only one Shido, whereas her opponent had two. But you just needed a moment with the arm available. And she was on it right away.
Nice big smile now.
Yeah, because she was on the brink of tears, wasn't she? So just as well you've got the fans there for whom she's got to smile.
And the cameras. Don't forget the cameras. So left the arm up there and thought, well, I'm going to get up, but just it's going to be a mate, but it wasn't. Look, just manages to straighten the arm there. That really was a mistake.
Got some trivia for you, Neil, up to this point.
I can't wait.
Well, here it is. We've had 5 contests so far. Natasha Ausma there finishing off that Juji Katami wearing a blue judogi, as was Aguiar, Kviniashvili, Triple, and Nagasawa.
You see, there's only you that would notice that.
Guess what? We've got the final of the under 78 kilo category coming up next.
I'm in white.
Well, I'm going to give you the lineup in a minute. You can see it. We've got a little screen that tells you what's coming up. It's Inbar Lanier of Israel. She goes up against Natalie Powell of Great Britain. It'll be Inbar Lanier in the white judogi and Natalie Powell in blue.
Well, so Natalie Powell in blue there at 20 in the world rankings. Lanier, wow, the Israeli squad absolutely flying. all the way through the weight categories, and Lanier has worked her way up to number 3 in the world rankings, which is quite remarkable.
The referee in the middle for this one is Olivier de Ros of France. Number 1 seed this morning coming into the competition. As ever, absolutely focused.
I was going to say, she better be prepared, Natalie Powell, to quell the storm, because Lanier's going to come out here all guns blazing. Absolutely, she'll just run out there, and she'll be fighting from the very beginning. But that could lead to Natalie Powell's advantage there, and hopefully for the counter. She's done some super techniques all day. A beautiful Sasai Surakumi in the semi-final. Natalie Powell is in blue.
3 times a Grand Prix gold medalist as well, Natalie Powell. Can she make it 4? Well, she's got an in-form Lanier to get past.
Yeah,
number 1 seed.
Trying to get that big arm with the advantage there, and Lanier.
Slightly old-fashioned attempt at the
yeah.
technique. It wouldn't have counted, but difficult to break old habits, eh?
She is a fighter, isn't she, Lanier? Well, all this, the whole of the Israeli squad fighters. Natalie Powell, though, so much experience, she really has, and coming back to good form. Is that going to be a score? No. Not quite. I don't think she quite had the angle there for the landing.
What do you say about being caught with your own techniques?
Nice as she was up.
Time to get up and out of there.
Well, she's onto the arm now, and that means that she's either got to get out of there straight away. Lanier, of course, is...
Got to get the timing right for the turn here. She does. Too close for comfort.
So that was the Ashiwaza there, just, well, you could see it didn't have the 90-degree angle for the landing, and then she wasn't going to get that arm out either, was she? Left-handed fighter, Natalie Powell. And almost scoring with that. She likes the arm over the top there. She likes...
Chance for the Shimiwaza here. Don't need... This is going to go on.
I think she's got it. I think she has it. Oh, my goodness me. That was so close. Now, is it on now? Oh, just manages to come off it. Oh, she does. She gets the submission. Yeah. And that is it. Gold medal for Natalie Powell. Brilliant stuff. Well, that was on.
Yep.
She'll be angry about that. The number 3 in the world there will be absolutely beside herself with that, because Natalie Powell, got to say, Natalie Powell was on super form. The best I've seen her for a long time. Looked very, very confident. She didn't look as if she was going to be beaten, I have to say that.
Job done.
Yeah, so pleased for her. And look, Darren Warner there, just greeting her as she comes off there, and he's been with her for a long time in Wales. Big smile now. She returns back to good form just at the right time. World Championship just round the corner.
This is gold medal number 4 in the Grand Prix for Natalie Powell, Great Britain.
Once she goes down here, that's it. It's on much stronger now. She does try to turn out of it.
Yeah, just about readjustment there.
Now.
And even though they're outside the area, it started in, and Lanier couldn't get away from that fast enough. She tried to turn in, then she tried to turn out, but Natalie Powell was having none of it. That right leg then came up and got the leverage that she wanted. How good to see a nice bit of newaza.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was. Good opportune stuff there.
And Inbalaner wanted to be up and out of there. She didn't want to get involved in it. She knew it was a tricky situation. And that when she trapped the leg to bring her back down, that's where it really took off. Good piece of work in Newaza from Natalie Powell. Gold medal winner in the under 78 kilo category.
Gold medalist under 78 kilogram category, Natalie Powell, Great Britain.
Darren Warner used to be one of my full-timers, one of my students.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for men in the under 90 kilo category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the men's under 90 kilogram category.
The medals are being presented by the Vice President of the International Judo Federation, President of the European Judo Union and President of the Hungarian Judo Association, Dr. Todd Laszlo.
European Judo Union and President of the Hungarian Judo Association, Dr. Laszlo Dosz. Bronze medalists are
The first of the bronze medals goes to Eduard Trippel of Germany. There's a bronze medal also for Nagasawa Kenta of Japan. Silver medal goes to Rafael Macedo of Brazil. The gold medal goes to Bekir Gviniashvili of Georgia.
No stopping him, was there, today? He was just, he was on fire. Getting better and better, I have to say, as he goes through the tournaments. All about consistency, and he's certainly being consistent.
He'll go to Tashkent then, Bekir Gviniashvili and Lasha Bakauri. Poor old Luka Maisaradze in the top 10. He's going to have to stay at home.
It's a difficult decision, isn't it? Somebody's going to have to stay at home. And can't guarantee they're going to send two in the under-90s, but I would think they would. What a decision to have to make.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Georgia.
And now the national anthem of Georgia.
Thank you very much. Family picture with the really decent judoka.
That's the winning quartet of Trippel, Nagasawa, who were bronze medal winners. It was Macedo who picked up the silver. Gviniashvili took the gold. Well, coming up next, the under 100 kilo category. 2 bronze medal contests and the gold medal match. The first of the bronze medal contests features Daniel Eich of Switzerland. He goes up against Nicholas Sherazadishvili of Spain. It'll be Aich in the white judogi, Sherazadishvili in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Zhandos Kianov of Kazakhstan.
Now, please welcome judoka. In white judogi representing Switzerland, 2022 European Championships bronze.
But I've got to say that Ike has been a handful all day. This man here, a double world champion at the weight below, and is current world champion at the weight below, actually. But he's gone up a weight now and has been fighting the last few tournaments in the higher weight. And if you think that his previous weight was under 90 kilograms, this is under 100 kilograms. So there's 10 kilos difference, which is quite a massive weight difference, isn't it? You know, in between weight categories. And it's one of the biggest differences other than over 100 kilos.
Well, red back patch for Sherazadishvili, that refers to his world championship down at 90 kilos.
Well, he was the tallest as well.
Yeah.
He was absolutely the tallest. But you can see here, he's not the tallest now. Ike, just as tall. So he can't use his range quite the same.
I bet no one has mentioned to Ike about the blue judogi.
Oh, it worked the last time as well, didn't it?
Didn't
Yeah,
it?
he just...
Someone's going to have to break the mold.
I was going to say, nobody attacking here, so I think nobody's attacked yet. So is it going to be a Shido penalty just to wind them up a bit and get them going?
It's quite a British term, isn't it, wind up? We used to refer to a passivity penalty as a wind up. Haven't heard that for a while.
Well, it kind of puts an injection of pace into it, and also so they attack, because they haven't attacked here. They've been fighting for the grips. Sherazadishvili, he's got to do something. Now he's going to do something. That arm over the back now, and as soon as they feel the danger, they're going, oh no, I'm out of here. So still no attack. And I'm really surprised. Now, that's the first one. And not very often you see Sherazadishvili there having somebody come over his shoulder to take the arm over the top, because he's absolutely was the tallest in 90 kilograms. Wow, this surprises me now. They should really stop this and just give him a Shido apiece. Ah, and that was the first one there. Sasai Sudakumiyash by... Yeah, almost, wasn't it? Sherazadishvili just manages to get that winding feeling there, blocks with the foot, and one penalty then goes up to Ike. So he just about saved it there, didn't he? Saved 1 for 1.
Who is, and Ike demonstrated some real cat-like ability to avoid going onto his back there. Going to have to come up with some attacks now. Can't afford to fall behind.
Yeah, no head-to-heads with these two. They haven't fought each other before. Looking for the same one there, and he knows that if he comes in for the Ouchigari, which he likes doing, that Ike just feels that little bit dangerous. He doesn't mind that close contact. Now it can happen. This is where he can throw from, and just goes down to his knee to avoid the throw. Ike's going to get a second penalty. So Well, you can't just go down onto a knee. You've got to attack out of it or do something else a bit more inventive.
Always a chance.
That wasn't that far off, was it?
Looked like a Sode entry. And then the Osodagari.
Wow, he nearly got the landing in there, and Shirazadashvili is just able to turn onto his side there out of that.
Looks like Ike has stepped up a gear here. Maybe a little bit too late. There is only 20-odd seconds left to go. And he's already picked up 2 penalties, so he's up against it, I'm afraid. Ojigari stepped off that. There comes Shirazadashvili again. Now closer, this is where he is a bit more comfortable. Hanging onto the belt for a good long while, Shirazadashvili.
Yeah, he's going to have to go in now. Well, this will be a second medal, won't it, in 2 weeks, actually. He got a bronze medal in Budapest. I'm talking about Shirazadashvili and his new weight category. It'll keep pushing his world ranking up.
Yeah, it was at the same point, wasn't it? He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Yes, that's it. And just made a mistake there. That was an opportune piece of movement there from Ike, who managed to turn Shirazadashvili's movement against him. How quickly can you lose it? Hey, it just went away from him. Credit to Ike, because nobody expected him to do that.
Well, he's turned things round completely from a week ago, hasn't he? He lost in golden score last week in Budapest, and now he's turned it round and he's won in golden score here in Zagreb. And the other thing was, he was the first one in this final block to win in white judogi.
He's broken the thing. You said it was going to be broken there.
Alexei Budalin there to give him the high five.
Yeah, Budalin could do a little bit as well. 2-time world medalist, wasn't he, Budalin?
Autograph moment. Somebody up there will have the selfie.
Highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
Just went away from him. Look, he went in for the big technique there, but didn't get the chance there, and just gets his own weight turned against him there. The whole movement started. The Tewaza started above the ground, pulls on that arm. Look at the arm control there, and he just directs him onto his side. And not only did he win the bronze medal there, but he overturned a loss in Budapest just last week.
Happy days for Daniel Eich picking up the bronze medal. He doesn't look that hard done by, does he, Shirazadashvili?
No, he's a good guy. You know, he's a top man, and he'll bounce back after this. Don't forget that we have the World Championships a little bit later. It's in. Just trying to think now. Is it October?
October, yeah. Tashkent. Right, we've got a second bronze medal contest coming up in the under 100 kilo category. Veg Zsombor of Hungary goes up against Piotr Kutsera of Poland. It'll be Veg in the white judogi, Kutsera in blue. The referee in the middle of this one is Martina Rogomet of Croatia.
Now, please welcome judoka. In white judogi representing Hungary, 2022 Hungary Grand Slam bronze medalist, Veg Zsombor. In blue judogi representing Poland, 2022 European Championships silver medalist, Piotr Kutsera.
Well, this should be a good little fight. Kutsera's done well today.
Well, if Nicholas Sherazadishvili was tall, Kutsera is even taller.
Look at that. That was a big snaking Osoda Gary there. And almost paid the price, didn't he? Veg there, starting to take him upwards. Veg, so if you attack me like that, you're going up into the rafters. Counter-attack there, Uranagi.
Arms and legs.
Yeah, they were flaying just that little bit, weren't they? Good to see an Aggie there from Kutsera. Good, strong attacks, these, aren't they?
Low, quick. Just didn't have the force coming forward.
Oh, what I like about this is the really strong attacks that both are making. Full committed attacks. It's not like they're coming out here just throwing bombs, you know, they're really calculating what they're doing. And when it does go in, it goes in proper. And there it is again, Osoda Gary. And look at Veg, look, trying to get his hips down. Oh, does he take him down? Did he get the landing? I don't think so. I don't think so. The elbow was out there and there was a bit of a gap. We'll see it on the replay there as it hits the ground. But full commitment there. Look at that Osoda Gary. And again, full commitment from Veg. And yeah, there was a big old gap there, wasn't there? Remember, the sides got to make contact. I don't think that we've seen one technique that hasn't had full commitment trying to throw for Ippon.
Yeah, Kutsera's been very positive and Vega's been pretty strong with his counters. Again, just there, that little low Seoinage, that threatened the Hungarian. He had to step around and avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it could catch and throw most people.
Minute and a half left to go.
Well, it's a good fight, this, and a good indicator is there's no penalties on there. Every technique is strong. Except that one.
I was just about to say. But there's a chance now for Kutsera to work on the ground for the first time. He's not in the best position, but he can work himself into, if he can get the right leg free. He's in two minds here. Shall I try on the arm or shall I work for an Osai Waza? But it's going to stop here. Once he got that leg trapped so deep, there was very little that he could do to get it out. Inside the last minute now. Kutsera for me has been the first to attack, the more positive of the two. Vega's been a little bit reactive.
Yeah, I mean, some just wait that little bit too long, don't they, for the reaction. Waiting for a mistake, of course. Osoda Gary again. Kept his arms up there. They're not going to hit the ground, that's for sure. So just on his backside there, one hand down. If both hands hit, it can be a score. So he kept one up.
I didn't notice that. when he went down. But on the replay, it just looks, no, it's not me.
No, definitely not two hands.
Good battle, this.
Yeah, we were saying that if it goes into a golden score, if there's no score on the board, it's got to be deserved. Oh, God, he's
Yes,
stolen it.
yeah.
He's stolen
Right
it with a
at the
Wazari
death.
there, right on the bell there. 4 seconds, 5 seconds to go, and manages to Tanio Tosh veg over onto his side.
It was the follow-up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He rattled him, and then he was able to get round the back, past the defence, and bring him down. It's not going to make any difference. Veg doesn't want to go off. He'd like to continue, but if there's blood that needs to be wiped away, that has to be done first.
Well, they have to get blood off the mat, and then any blood that they have on an opponent, then you have to go off to have the doctor look at it, and then you can only have that specific cut seen to twice by the doctor. If it continues to bleed, then it's the contest is passed on to the other person. So
5 seconds left on the clock. Neil, not long enough to pull this one
long
back,
enough
I don't
to run
think.
across
Sorry.
the mat?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. What did you say? You
4.
said 4 seconds. That
Yeah.
was the record.
The record.
Run across, throw, rescue the match.
Yeah.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
It was quite spectacular. It happened at the World Team Championships when Brazil needed a win. At that time, I think we had 5 people in the team. And it was 2-1 to France. They needed one more win, and they lost it. Here comes Veg. He rushes across. Well, we'll give him...
I think he had that planned,
For the-
actually, to go to the edge, then attack with a strong attack. That was good, actually, like that. Didn't even waste one of his Shidos, did he?
No.
Good performance there from Kocura of Poland.
Winner and the bronze medalist for men under 100 kilogram.
One mistake, and I have to say that both of them, every attack they did, except that one, it was absolutely full-blooded and meaning to score. And I think that they were very calculated attacks, and they meant something. And even the counter-attacks there were absolutely planned.
A little bit nervous, wasn't it? Edge of the seat type thing for the Polish supporters.
Yeah, looked like mum and dad up there. I think dad had a few tears in his eyes. Nice to see. There they are. Can't tell me that's not mum.
Highlights on the screen.
All strong attacks. Cianagi starts that one off, and then look at that. He just followed it through, like you said earlier. Absolutely followed it through. Didn't leave off. Whether he was going to go for the Newaza or not, what he did is he followed it right the way through there. The Tanio Tosh there starts inside, and he lands on his back there. So brilliant bit of transition from one technique to another.
5 seconds left on the clock. When Veg looked up, he must have thought, can't believe that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He will have thought that there's no way, but when he sees that back, he'll see there is.
Bronze medalist in under 100 kilogram.
Great performance.
Poland.
Coming up next, the final of the under 100 kilo category. Ilya Sulamanidze of Georgia goes up against Michael Correll of the Netherlands. It'll be Sulamanidze in the white judogi, Coral in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Amano Akiko of Japan.
Referee from Japan.
Fifth time they'll, fourth time, sorry, they'll have fought each other, these two.
Now, please welcome.
Well, this is going to be an interesting little confrontation. 2-1 up so far to Sulamanidze.
The World Championships bronze.
And he always looks as if he's got, it's a big smile on his face. I'm sure it is. He's got a bit of a black eye there. So he's been in the wars just a little bit. This man here, lightning fast seeing Aggies. Got a good change of direction as well. He's on good form today. Should be an absolute cracker of a match, this.
What did you say the head-to-head was?
2-1.
2-1
to Sulamanidze.
Ooh. Pressure on Michael Coral to try and pull one back then.
He always looks very cool, calm and collected, doesn't he, Sulamanidze? Strong fight for the sleeve grip here. Ooh, he was looking for that very low Ouchigari there, wasn't he? Just kind of snaked it in there, and Coral says, I don't like the feel of that. We'll have a little avoidance here. So he gets a Shido for dropping onto his knees there, just to avoid. It was a superior grip that Sulamanidze had. And that's the point here, is that everything rests on the kumikata, the gripping. And if you do get the dominant grip, then in you go. He did well there, didn't he? Coral there thought, I'm just going to whip this jacket underneath your neck there, try for the strangle, and Sulamanidze just lifted it off. Big arm over the back. And this is where it'll be the danger here. And he knows it, Coral. He doesn't like that at all. Well, that went off the ground, I thought. Did it? It depends. We're going to have a look at that. It was very low, but he wasn't grounded. Look at that. He wasn't grounded. The elbows have to touch the floor for it to be grounded, and that, Tanio touch there, that movement scores a Wazari for Sulamanidze. They're trying to see, they're going to see, it was very soft. They're just trying to see whether it was worth an ippon. It might be, actually. It just might be an ippon.
You're going to have to look to see what part of it fails.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? We say that if it lacks just a little bit of something, then give it the Wazari, and it did roll a little bit, didn't it?
Maybe force and impetus.
Maybe the force and impetus is the thing that's missing.
No.
It's ippon. They're going to give ippon.
No, nothing.
Oh, wow.
Nothing at all. Wow. Lacked too many things then.
Yeah. So that was their discussion then. So the video referee had decided, the supervisors and the commission, that it came off the ground. Interesting. Do you know, the only thing I can think of there is that it started again. It had a little break in between just before it did it.
In that case, can't score that one.
I think all the budding referees out there are looking at it. Just have a look to see the break. Did it just have a little break and then he went in for it? Or was it a counter?
Blocked by Sulamanidze. Georgian spoilt for choice in this weight. 7, 8, and 9 on the world ranking list. Lipatiliani, Sanablidze, and Sulamanidze. 7, 8, and 9.
That's amazing, isn't it? So a penalty up there to Sulamanidze there. Did a Sumigashi that didn't get anywhere. That snaking Osoto that he does there, it's just, well, looks like he almost does it by accident, but he'll drop down, snake the leg across, and then follow it through. And how he follows it through, I don't quite know, but he scored twice with it today. And Coral's obviously been watching it, and he goes, no, it's not going to happen. So who are the other ones in the for Georgia?
Lipatiliani,
Sanablidze,
that's Onissa Sanablidze, and Ilya Sulamanidze. Yeah. 7, 8, and 9. Sulamanidze is their number 3. Can you believe it?
This could be it. This is where he'll start to snake that leg across. He's not finished yet with that little Osota Gary that he does. It's not little, nothing little about it. Second penalty going to go up here now. And it goes to both of them, right? So basically, referee there saying, I need you two to open up. Let's get this party going. Ouchigari then, Sulamanidze. Watch out for the Osoto. There's the Osoto. He's looking for the Ashiwaza as well. Coral needs to attack. There's Coral's attack. Nice Sianagi from him. So both of them now attacking. Decides to go to the other side with the Osoto. Oh, yes!
Oh, turned.
No, it's Coral's. Coral got it, I think. Coral pulls him on and does the Kouchi there. It was Coral's attack, without a doubt. So I don't think it can be Sulamanidze's there. Coral starts the whole movement off Kouchi, and he gets the landing there. So before the counter, I think definitely it's going to be Coral's. It can't be Sulamanidze. He knows that as well.
Yeah, and despite the fact that Coral is falling away, he goes down.
The foot was enough, I think.
He goes down because of Coral. The landing is sufficient. They cancelled this one. Mazzari, yeah. Well, they hadn't put it on that side. She was cancelling something that they hadn't put there anyway. The score was for Coral.
It could only have been for Coral, because I think that, that's it. Congratulations to Coral, because that was a really good win there under pressure.
And the landing, despite the fact that he was falling away, the landing came about as a result of Coral's action. So for me, yes, that was justified. There was no way that Ilya Sulamanidze was going to be able to claim a score, because he was countering anyway. So there was never going to be a score for him. But was there sufficient enough from Coral? And yes, the landing.
Look at the pulling action there, the Kouchi there, the foot movement sent him back. Beautiful foot movement there, that was enough. And he just had one hand on, didn't he? So if we have a look at the left hand as they make contact with the mat there, that left hand was still on.
There's a point where Sulamanidze is on his way down and he realizes, I'm going to have to take this over. but you're on your way down.
It's too late.
So it's too late.
Yeah, no, it is too late.
Exactly. It's
it
too
was
late.
too late. I mean,
you see it, the change in the
obviously,
body.
Any counter anyway, your back can't touch the mat
Yeah.
as you do it, as you do the technique. But anyway, that was brilliant stuff.
You see his body change, but he's already on the way down. So my question is, why are you on your way down? You're not on your way down because you've begun a Sutemi-waza. You're going down because Coral is taking you down. Then you decide to do a Sutemi-waza. Well, you cannot land on any part of your body then. You cannot land on the scoring part of your body because that would then be Coral's technique.
Too little, too late.
Too little, too late. Lovely. Well said, Neil. We come now to the awarding ceremony for women in the under 78 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the Education Director of the International Judo Federation and the President of the Croatian Judo Federation, Dr. Sanda Chorak. First of the bronze medals goes to Natasha Aalsma of the Netherlands. There's a bronze medal also for Mayra Aguiar of Brazil. Silver medal goes to Inbar Lanier of Israel.
Gold medalist representing Great Britain, Natalie Powell.
Gold medal goes to Natalie Powell of Great Britain.
Prize money and flowers will be presented. And the IJF referring supervisor, Olympic bronze medalist, Mr. Akinobu Osako.
Great piece of shimiwaza there. Terrific work on the ground from Natalie Powell.
Yes, nice big smile there. Says it all, doesn't it?
With prize for the national anthem of Great Britain.
And now the national anthem of Great Britain.
Family picture with the VIP Center Judoka.
Aalsma and Aguiar were the bronze medal winners. Lanier picked up the silver, but it was Powell who took the gold medal. Two more weight categories to bring you. It's the plus 78 kilo category for women and the plus 100 kilo category for men. But we'll begin with the first of the bronze medal contests in the plus 78 kilo category. Larissa Čerik of Bosnia-Herzegovina goes up against Leah Fontaine of France. It's Čerik in the white judogi, Fontaine in blue. There is the head-to-head. They haven't gone head-to-head yet. The referee in the middle for this one is Liao Chunchang of Chinese Taipei. There's Neil.
Well, they haven't gone head-to-head, and Cherik been around a long time, I can tell you, but Leah Fontaine now worked her way up to number 6 in the world, but they've got a plethora of different heavyweights, haven't they, the French? They've got a lot to choose from.
Indeed. Tia Tolafua, Roman Dicko.
Yeah, I mean, she's number 6 in the world. Where is she in France at the moment? Probably the 3rd choice. She'll probably have something to say about that, but they've got a lot to choose from, and difficult decision for the World Championships coming up. Cherik in white here, and Fontaine of France in blue.
Julia Tolafua is the number 2. Roman Dicko is the number 1. 1, 4, and 6. 3 in the top 10 for France as far as the super heavyweight women are concerned. It's not bad, isn't it?
No, and they always do look, don't they? The last Olympic champion they had was, you're going to tell
Emily
me.
Andiol.
Oh, Andiol, yes, of course.
First of the, well, first to break the triangle of plus 78 kilo category champions. They'd only ever gone to Cuba, China or Japan. The plus 78 kilo category. Never been won by anyone else at Olympic level until Emily Andiol came in there and
4 attacks by Cherik then, and so Fontaine just slapping it off every time. No way she's going to throw it with that, but gets a penalty for not doing anything.
Different tactic employed by Cherik from Milica Savic this morning, who moved Fontaine continually and threw her twice. Never allowed her to stand still, get a strong grip, and then launch the makikomi, for which she is noted.
No, absolutely, and that's the way to do it, isn't it? Just got to keep her moving all the time. Not one attack, not even an attempt at an attack. Judo piece. Does it really say the whole story? No, not really.
If you haven't got Leah Fontaine moving, you're not going to get her moving from that standing still position.
Well, even if it's just Ashiwaza using the feet and the hand movement there to move her around.
Fontaine picks up a second penalty.
Yeah, they won't put up with this. They'll give them 3 penalties. No way if she's going to go all the way through. Certainly not. Oh, well, there you go. First attack there, and the closest that we've come to any kind of score.
And actually, it wasn't a bad little Nashi Garuma in the end.
No, she's not got nice technique when she wants to attack, and just, you know, that's what I'm saying. Why do we have to put up with it if they don't want to attack? You know, you've got to attack. Same rule for everybody.
She snakes that right arm up around the collar, and then once she's got that there, that's when she throws in the attack. I mean, that just didn't make any sense to me from Cherik to try to attack a wrist. Why would you try and throw the wrist?
Yeah, just like I say, against a heavier person, much better to do the coaches, and the Ashiwaza.
Keep them moving as well. Don't want them standing still.
That's it. One score, and that's going to be a Wazari scored there. And Fontaine now ahead in the last minute.
and if you're moving, she can't catch you there. You know, it hasn't got the mobility, hasn't got the speed to keep up with you. But you stand still, it's going to wrap you up, and over you go. And even threw in a little Seoinage, a Marotti Seoinage, right-sided from Fontaine.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go.
Not the best tactics, I don't think, from Larissa Cherik this time round.
Well, that's more like it, and that
Yugaki
wasn't
as
far
well.
off.
Crowd willing Cherik on. Quick look at the clock.
Yeah, all over then, and so first bronze medal goes to Fontaine.
Winner of the bronze medal for women over 78 kilogram category in blue judo for France, Léa Fontaine.
Powinnice osvajačica brončane medalju u kategoriji preko 78 kg. U plavom kimonu predstavnica Francuske Léa Fontaine.
Well, the first of the bronze medal contest in the in the plus 78 kilo category goes to Léa Fontaine of France.
This is first medal in a Grand Prix. Léa Fontaine, France.
Ovo je prva medalja sa Grand Prix-a za Léu Fontaine.
Well, just the one. Well, Uchimata, wasn't it? Didn't have control with that. The arms just about got the landing on the side. See it from a different angle.
Bronze medalist over 78 kilogram category, Léa Fontaine, France.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contests in the plus 78 kilo category.
For women over 78 kilo.
Sofia Somkishvili of Georgia goes up against Amasaikan Adiyasuren of Mongolia. It'll be Somkishvili in the white judogi, Amasaikan in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Elizabeth Gonzalez of Mexico.
Welcome judoka. In white judogi representing Georgia. This year, Tbilisi Grand Slam
Picked up a little bit of a knee injury earlier on. She's had some treatment from the Georgian medical staff. Somkishvili.
Said it's nice, isn't it, to see that the Georgians have got a heavyweight lady out there. They've got obviously Lipitiliani, who's winning regularly
At 57,
Yeah,
Chantaria
57
at
kilos.
70.
Yeah, it's nice.
They've got the weights.
Well, they've got the weights, which is what they wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They, you know, so that they could compete in team competition.
Let's hope that Somkishvili's knee injury from earlier on doesn't hinder her too much.
Yeah, she's obviously thought, well, I've still got to get out there. I've got to do it. Got to give it a chance here. First Grand Prix medal.
Yeah, it's not for the want of trying. She's had 6 previous goes. And this is, whatever happens here, this will be her best result, because even if she were to lose here, she'd finish 5th. She's never finished in the first time in the final block.
Yeah, well, the first time, and that's exactly why she's here. She's thinking, I've got to give this a crack, even though I'm a little bit injured.
She does have a Grand Slam bronze medal, but as far as Grand Prix are concerned.
That wasn't far off, was it? Makikomi, and wasn't too far off.
She grabbed the leg in defence there, Amasaikan, and picked up a second penalty, I think.
Well, of course, what that can do, they can't touch below the belt line, and you grab below the belt line, you can stop the actual technique developing, so that's why they get penalised for it. You're not allowed to touch below the belt.
Try to turn Amasaikan with the hands, Zonkishvili. You need a little bit more movement from your opponent. From that, you really got to have some momentum with the body going there. You just take advantage of it as opposed to trying to create it.
Actually, the Mongolians, a lot of the men do it. Back them up to the edge and then just use the hands, tewaza.
Yeah, we saw some in Ulaanbaatar when we were out there.
Brilliant at it. Talk about action, reaction. Well, she's got to do something here. Amasaikan hasn't really done any big attacks. Zonkishvili, that's another good attack from her. Big hips across. Well, I don't think either one of them, they can't do anything stupid. They can't make a big major mistake. She's going to go outside the area here, Zonkishvili. Yep. So she'll be penalised for that. She's just thrown a Shido away. There was no need to be there. She got backed up, yes, and you might say, oh, well, the full intention was for Amasaikan to push her out, but she got caught on the edge. And that's it. The
Mr. Tanadze has to leave.
Just getting a little bit too vocal there. Well, she doesn't get it. Look at that. Got away with it. Well, anybody's match now. Depends on who wants this. Just last 30 seconds. That might be... Oh, that wasn't far off, that little Ashi there. Just going on to the foot. Well, Zonkishvili doesn't seem that troubled, does she, with the knee? Whatever happened earlier on.
No, she did have quite a bit of treatment as well. I was surprised that she came out for another contest and then she won that, put her in to this bronze medal contest. Seems to be moving reasonably freely.
Well, just backing her up all the time, isn't she, Amasaikan? Needs to use it, just attack off it. She hasn't done anything either, that's for sure. Two Shidos apiece, one more now, and it's all over for one of them anyway. I always think that it'd be nice to have a verbal warning made by video referees. Just say, okay, next, this is a verbal warning for everybody to understand that if you don't attack now, then you're going to be disqualified. I think that might liven them up. Trying on the Ashiwaza all the time there. Somkashvili hasn't attacked at all. It's been all Amasakan of Mongolia that's been pushing forwards. She's the one that she just needs a couple of attacks here and it'll be all over.
And now she's bent over and overly defensive for me, Somkashvili. That last part there with the left arm stuck out, head bent over. I think that was it. Amar Saikan Adiyasuren takes the second of the bronze medal contests in the plus 78 kilo category. We can save her the postage stamp because there's nothing to write home about that one, I'm afraid. Sorry. We saw a lot better earlier from both Somkashvili and Amar Saikan, but for whatever reason in that bronze medal contest they failed to bring it up. Going to be tricky to get some highlights from that one, but technical team will try.
Well, I think it was just the pressure, wasn't it? Amar Saikan was just piling on the pressure. The Georgian, well, just head was down. Third Shido and bronze medal for Mongolia.
We may get something a bit better in the final, Neil,
Yeah,
because
I think
coming
so.
up next, it is the final of the plus 78 kilo category. Raz Hershko of Israel goes up against Milica Zabic of Serbia. It'll be Hershko in the white judogi, Zabic in blue. They've gone against each other twice, I think.
Yeah, and Sabic has come out the winner on both occasions, but I think this is a slightly different Raz Hershko coming out here. And Raz Hershko, one of the rising heavyweights for me. I think that she's probably one of the most exciting ones. She comes out, here she is. World number 2 at the moment, and she just throws everything in, doesn't she, with full commitment.
The referee in the middle for this one is Vladimir Nutsubidze of Georgia.
Credit to Zapic, though, because she has battled her way through. She beat the Olympic champion, former Olympic champion, en route. And like you said, not the biggest heavyweight, but she moves. Hershko in white, then Zabic in blue.
Zabic has got to feel confident about this.
Straight away there in.
Ooh, attempted shimmy was it? It's gone across the face, but nice and quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this contest will move. It'll be a fast-moving heavyweight contest. I think it'll suit both of them. Right and left. Look at that. Full commitment in.
Just got to stay with the tempo, Zabic. Hershko likes to have a quick tempo in the super heavyweights.
Well, like we said before, I think the two times that Zabic has won, not where Hershko is now, but I've got to say that Zabic as well on good form today.
Shido for passivity.
Nice Seanagi there, Zabic, and underneath,
again,
she's across the face, yeah.
An adjustment from the first attempted Marote Seanagi.
Yeah, credit to her. She's quick in for the follow-through. Doesn't quite go underneath the chin.
Hershko coming back with her own attacks.
Well, she's on the sleeves here. We see this a lot, but she's going in off the sleeves as well. She's attacking hard and full-blooded as well. Well, they're good attacks, going in hard, and Zabic is going to have to, like you said, just stay on the pace here. Definitely can't afford to get another Shido penalty. That will put her under pressure. That'll be a second one. Shido for both. That means 1 up for Hershko, 2 up now for Zabic. 1 more and it's be all over.
Yeah, a little bit predictable from both fighters, with both going for the Seanagi, Marote Seanagi. It's just a question of who can get their attack in first.
So both the coaches have a little warning.
Zabic needs to come up with a different direction here. It's a little bit too predictable that once she's got both hands on, it's going to be a Marote Seanagi attack. Really want to go to the feet here, go to the rear.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Hershko in first every time here, dominating the grips. Just beating her to the attack. Did she knock it out? Yeah, she might have done. Yeah, I think she just...
got mugged there.
Yeah, she did, absolutely. And so she knocked the grips off there, and Hershko wins. First time she's won against her. But like I said before they came in there, it's a very different Hershko now.
Congratulations.
Raz Hershko of Israel, gold medal winner in the plus 78 kilo category. There's still a bit of work to be done in really lifting the level of this weight category, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's really being able to come out there and throw really fully committed techniques that have full rotation and that could throw for Ippon, you know, and I really, rather than just drop, flop and hope that somebody will just wrap around you and fall to the floor. And I don't think that's it. You know, I think it's got to have some kind of movement. Obviously, with heavyweight division, it's got to have movement and it's got to have change of direction and use of momentum. And I think Hersko's got that.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for men in the under 100 kilo category.
The medals will be presented by the sport director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Skander Hashisha.
The medals are being presented by IJF Sport Director, Mr. Skander Hachicha. The first of the bronze medals goes to Piotr Kutsera of Poland. There's a bronze medal also for Daniel Eich of Switzerland. Silver medal goes to Ilya Sulemanidze of Georgia. But the gold medal goes to Michael Correll of the Netherlands.
Good performance from Correll. Just chose his moment, didn't he? Just stole that little kouchi there. It was his direction, his movement. A little bit late for Sulemanidze.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Netherlands.
And now the national anthem of the Netherlands.
Thank you very much. Family picture with the VIP judoka.
Time for the family picture with the VIPs and the winning quartet. Well, that was Kutsera and Eich, the bronze medal winners. Sulemanidze took the silver. It was Correll who took the gold medal. One more weight category to bring you. That is the plus 100 kilo category, after which we'll have the awarding ceremony for the plus 78 and then the plus 100. But before that, we've got a bronze medal contest in the plus 100 kilo category. Gela Zalishvili was supposed to be going up against Ushangi Kokari of Azerbaijan, but the Georgian had a direct hand Sukumake in a previous contest, which keeps him out of this bronze medal contest. Kokari makes his way to the tatami to take the contest, which is being refereed by Bjorn Nyberg of Sweden. He's only got one job to do, hasn't he? You get a bronze medal contest, and then all you have to do is gift it to the one athlete able to take part, and that was Ushangi Kokauri. He won't mind, will he, the Azeri? Another medal going to him and to add to his collection. That does, however, mean that we move swiftly on to the second of the bronze medal contests. In the plus 100 kilo category, Martti Pumalainen of Finland goes up against Eric Abramov. We will have a battle on our hands here. It'll be Pumalainen in the white judogi, Abramov in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Olivier de Ros of France. Here's Neil.
Well, Pumalainen had a little bit of fortune, didn't he? He did came through a particular match. He did get thrown, but actually it wasn't allowed because it was a bear hug, and so managed to come through and then pick it up. After that, Abramov of Germany, he's been on good form.
Exciting fighter,
yeah,
big
he has.
thrower.
He's been throwing, hasn't he? So should be quite an interesting one here. I think that Pumalainen, if he comes in half-hearted, will pay the price here against Abramov. Yeah, good young German and good prospect. Ah, was Ari straight away. Look at that. Now that was Yoko Toshi.
Just got to secure the top now.
Yeah, straight in.
Squeeze
what a good
it on.
prospect he is, this young lad.
You can worry about the leg once you've done the top.
Look at that. He says, yeah, I'm going to absolutely tie up this top half. Can he bring the other leg up? The referee will give him a little bit of time on it. It's not far off, is it?
Okay, that's something that you can work on.
Beautiful.
Yes, that was nice.
Head was out. Nice Yoko Satemi was up.
Pumalainen with some work to do now. Plenty of time on the clock. Abramov scored early.
That wasn't bad, was it? Yeah. Nice little coachy change of direction there. Must have heard you.
Oh,
that's it,
yes.
It's all over.
Beautifully done.
Well, was that Yoko Gak? This time he just blocks out and then just gets the full turn. Excellent stuff. Wow, exciting prospect then for Germany.
Well, he was got a few.
Yeah, he was dynamic, wasn't he, all day?
You've got a few heavyweights there now. Johannes Frey and Sven Heinler. In reasonable company. Not quite the dizzy heights of 7, 8, and 9 like the Georgians, but they've got a few up there. Kone as well, I forgot about him. Arseny Kone. Only thought about him when I saw him up in the stands. Good little crop they've got. Maybe they can work with. I'm just wondering whether this is his cycle, and maybe even at this stage it's not, because he's still 23, so he's got some growing to do for a super heavyweight.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not in there yet, is he? Super heavyweights come later.
But yeah, but as far as the throwing skills are concerned, look at this.
Yeah, form of kind of Yoko Gaki, I suppose you could call that. And wow, great hand movement every time. Really good control. Didn't stand a chance.
Two good scores. Right, we've got the final to look forward to. That is coming up next.
Bronze medalist for men over 100 kilo, Eric Abramov, Germany.
Well, let's hope that we can end with a nip-on.
We come now to the final of the plus 100 kilo category. Odku Setsensengel of Mongolia goes up against Judo Spikers of the Netherlands. It'll be Odku in the white judogi, Spikers in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Amano Akiko of Japan.
Referee from Japan, Miss Amano Akiko.
Well, as I was just saying, it'd be nice if we could end with a nice big ippon. Let's hope that they make it a nice open match.
Odku it was who defeated Abramov in that semi-final. He'd seen off the challenge of Kokauri early on. Yves Endau in round 2. And who was it that he defeated in round 3? Just got to check that. Oh, it was Debreta of Montenegro.
So here we go. Final then. Final match as well of this tournament here in Croatia.
Judo Spikers has thrown well today. Stepped out.
Well, I thought he went out there. Certainly got caught on the edge.
Too loose with the area, I'm afraid. Didn't come under a real attack. Just got a life there.
Yeah, he did. That was a bit of an afterthought, I think, by Odku. Well, he dived through there for a bear hug, I thought, and just had a little bump of the head. Now, arm over the back, and that's a nice little Sianagi there. Drop Sianagi from Spikers. Wasn't far off either, was it? Just went onto his head.
Odku picked up the shoe,
yeah.
Sorry.
Still think this is going to end in a score. He hasn't attacked yet, Odku. Hasn't been able to get in there first. It's all about pace now.
That's the grip that Odku wants, the big left arm over the top. Spikers won't let him have it. Gonna have to work to get that.
Yeah, it's getting the dominant grip and then action react. That wasn't far off either there, was it, from Odku? Didn't look much, but it was a nice little steering wheel action with the hands there. Spikers did well to stop it.
Yeah, I liked his thinking.
Well, I think Spikers had the same kind of idea there, didn't he? Just didn't have enough control with the hands. JP Bell just being told not during the contest.
I think it's Matt Percy, isn't it?
It might be. You are right. Oh, are you? I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Well, we always like to see a nice ippon on the last contest of the day. It often happens, it really does. We've got 1 minute left here.
I still think it's coming. You've got the right feeling here. They both want to throw. They just haven't been able to get past the defence yet. Perhaps as Odku tires a little bit, Spikers will be able to get through. He's still keen.
Two Shidos up there to Odku. So as soon as they get close here, it might happen.
It's been a long day. Odku has had a number of contests. Just beginning to show now.
Yeah, you can see it just starting to go down, can't you? Now then, that might work. Yeah. Yes, it does. It's it. Ippon, wasn't it? You could see it was going there, and he taps out there. He says, I'm not letting go.
Enough.
I'm not letting go of that. So Spikers, in the end, manages to take him over for a score directly into the hold. And you saw that happening, I must admit. You did. 27 seconds left on the clock there, and Odku just ran out of steam.
Well, you had that feeling that someone was going to throw. Okay, who was it going to be? I thought it could go either way until I just saw the chink in the armour. As he got that little bit more tired, I thought, Spikers can still throw him. Just kept past the defence. He's not going to have enough to stop him.
So we do end on an ippon, and just came at the right time, just 27 seconds before the end of the whole event. And of course, we still have 2 medal ceremonies still to happen, and then we'll have a little wrap-up at the end. But good way to finish there.
Spikers almost sumo-like in his preparations as he waited to come onto the mat.
Went for the Seanagi in the end, and well, he kind of gave up there, didn't he? Couldn't even break fall, he was that tired. No Kemi. Just rolled over. Spiker said, come here, I'm going to finish this off.
he did tap out in the end, didn't he?
Well, just about.
Odku.
So we're going to hear the Netherlands national anthem again. Yeah.
100 and plus 100.
Yeah, absolutely. Good performance, though, from Spikers. Credit to him.
Gold medalist in heavyweight category for men, your Spikers, Netherlands.
Well, you said you wanted to end with an ippon. Sure, Spikers made it happen. Dutchman coming through for us in the end. With that kind of rolling Seanagi that Odku had no answer to. He just flopped over in the end. We come now to the awarding ceremony for women in the plus 78 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the head refereeing director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Armen Bagdasarov.
And the head referee director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Armen Bagdasarov. Bronze medalists are for Mongolia,
The first of the bronze medals goes to Amasaikan Adyasaren of Mongolia. There's a bronze medal also for Leah Fontaine of France. Silver medal goes to Milica Zabic of Serbia. The gold medal goes to Raz Hershko of Israel.
Prize money and flowers will be presented by the referee director of the Croatian Judo Federation.
Novčane nagrade i svijeće dodijeliti će rukovoditelj suđenja Hrvatskog judo saveza gospodin Davor Marinić.
Good performance from Hershko and well-deserved gold medal. And just right, coming up, World Championships. It's not quite yet, is it? It's a little bit later on in the year, but what a time to start coming good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Israel.
Molimo vas ustanite na himnu Izraela.
The national anthem of Israel.
Thank you very much. Family picture, the VIP sent judoka.
Time for the family picture, and it's Leah Fontaine who's the leader of that group. She brought everyone together for a big smile. Finished in the bronze medal position, as did Amasakan. It was Zabic who took the silver and Raz Hershko the gold. Well, we've got one more awarding ceremony to bring you, but before we do that, I think we've got a little bit of a highlights package that we're going to show you, and then we'll be back with the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category.
Before we start the last awarding ceremony for the men's over 100 kilogram category, you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen.
Dok čekamo dobitnike odličja preko 100 kg, na glavnom ekranu možete vidjeti najvažnije momente borbi u finalnom bloku.
come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category. The medals are going to be presented by the International Judo Federation Executive Committee member, IOC member, and Hall of Fame member, Mr. Yamashita Yasuhiro.
Federation Executive Committee member, International Olympic Committee member, and Hall of Fame member, Mr. Yasuhiro Yamashita. Bronze medalists are for Germany, Eric Abramov.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Eric Abramov of Germany. There's a bronze medal also for Ushangi Kokari of Azerbaijan. Silver medal goes to Odku Setsensengel of Mongolia. But the gold medal goes to Judo Spijkers of the Netherlands.
Well, I wonder if they realise that one of the greatest heavyweights of all time just presented their medals.
Yeah, Odku did, because unlike the others, he was the other one who insisted on a handshake. Along the lines of, I know who you are, and I want to be able to say
well,
that I shook
he was
hands
one of the
with you.
greatest, 4 times world champion, Olympic champion, one of the greatest. A bit beefier in those days.
He said, I don't care about the COVID protocol, I want to shake your hand, mate.
Yes.
I'm not leaving here without saying that
No,
I shook hands
exactly.
with Yamashita.
And why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Netherlands.
And now the national anthem of the Netherlands.
Thank you very much. Family picture with the decent judoka.
Time for one more family picture with the VIPs. Abramov and Kokari were the bronze medal winners. It was Odku who picked up the silver and Spijkers the gold. Well, here with a wrap up, the medal table and some more information. Here is Neil Adams.
Well, no wonder they look so happy. The Netherlands there, they've taken over the lead in the medals with those 2 gold medals that they won in the light heavies and the heavyweight divisions. 2 gold medals, 2 bronzes, but they had 2 fifths as well and a 7th. Just puts them just ahead of Japan. 2 gold medals, 2 bronzes there. Canada third with 2 gold medals. Georgia with a gold, 2 silvers. Then Israel, gold, silver, bronze. France, gold, silver and bronze. Azerbaijan, gold, silver and bronze. Italy, gold, silver. Croatia, Kazakhstan and Great Britain, all with a gold each there. Great Britain down in 11th place, but they're on there with a gold medal. Mongolia with a silver, 4 bronzes. Brazil are next with a gold and with a silver, sorry, and 3 bronzes. Germany, silver, 2 bronzes. Republic of Korea, silver and a bronze, as are Venezuela as well, with the silver and the bronze. Cuba there with the silver, Serbia with the silver, Kosovo with the silver, and the ones with bronzes there, Switzerland with 2 bronzes, and then you've got Spain, Poland, Belgium, Turkey, sorry, and Portugal, all with bronzes, and that is the medal, the way the medals look. On the end of day 3. Day 3 always changes it all, and well, it's been an absolute pleasure. We ended with a Nippon, that's what we wanted to end with. We're not back for a little while. Well, we've got the World Juniors and the Cadet Juniors in August, the World Seniors not till October, and then the Grand Prix, Grand Slams start again after that. So we're not going to be back for a little while. Sheldon and I have had an absolute blast, as always. Until the next time, until the World Senior Championships in October, from Sheldon and I, it's goodbye for now, and goodbye all the way here from Zagreb.